Hidden in the rugged Kirthar Mountains of Sindh lies a wonder few have truly seen, Rani Kot Fort, the Great Wall of Sindh. Stretching over 30 kilometers, it's the largest fort in the world, a fortress so vast it rivals the Great Wall of China. Built by the Talpur dynasty in the early 19th century, its stone ramparts snake across the hills, guarding mysteries of history, power, and resilience. Once the last capital of the Amirs of Sindh, today it stands as a timeless symbol of heritage, majestic, silent, yet echoing with stories of empires and invasions. Ranicot isn't just a fort, it's a wall of legends, waiting to be rediscovered. Welcome to the journey through the Great Wall of Sindh, Rani Kot Fort. After the calm waters of Manchar Lake, my journey continues. The roar of my motorbike blends with the rhythm of the Indus Highway, a road that carries centuries of history along its asphalt veins. The wind is sharp, the horizon endless, and every mile feels like a step deeper into Sindh's soul. Villages pass by, dust rises, and the rugged Kirthar Mountains begin to appear in the distance. My destination is Rani Kot Fort, the Great Wall of Sindh. A fortress so vast it stretches across the hills like a sleeping giant, guarding secrets of dynasties and legends untold. From the serenity of the lake to the strength of stone ramparts, this ride is more than a journey, it's a passage through time. And now the road leads me to the mighty Rani Kot Fort. I'm standing at the point where the signboard marks the link road to Rani Kot Fort, 30 kilometers ahead. My motorbike hums as I cross over the Pakistan Railway ML2 line, a lifeline that connects distant towns and stories across Sindh. But here, the landscape begins to change. The villages fade, the crowd thins, and the road stretches into a barren silence. Hills rise in the distance, their rugged outlines etched against the sky. The air feels heavier, the land less forgiving, yet strangely magnetic. This is no longer the busy Indus Highway. It's the threshold to history. Ahead lies solitude, stone, and the mighty walls of Rani Kot Fort waiting beyond the emptiness. The road narrows as I approach the outer wall of Rani Kot Fort. Stretching across the rugged Kirthar Mountains, this colossal wall runs nearly 30 kilometers, earning Ranicot the title of the largest fort in the world. Its stone ramparts rise and fall with the hills, built in the early 19th century by the Talpur dynasty to guard their kingdom. From here, Mirikot, the royal quarters within the fort, lies just 4 kilometers ahead, hidden behind these mighty defenses. Standing before this wall feels like standing at the edge of time. Every stone whispers of battles fought, dynasties lost, and legends carved into the silence of Sindh. Beyond this gateway, history awaits inside the Great Wall of Sindh. Why was Rani Kot Fort built? In the early 19th century, the Talpur dynasty raised these colossal walls across the Kirthar Mountains. Their purpose was defense, an immense shield against invasions and rising British pressure over Sindh. The fort's 30-kilometer ramparts created a stronghold where rulers could retreat if their capital fell, a refuge carved into barren hills. Some historians believe it was also a symbol of power, a statement to rivals that Sindh's rulers commanded not just land, but stone and silence on a monumental scale. Whether as fortress, refuge, or symbol, Rani Kot Fort stands today as the Great Wall of Sindh, built to protect, to endure, and to remind us of a dynasty's struggle against time and empire. Finally, I have reached Miri Kot, the inner citadel of Rani Kot Fort. At first, its heavy wooden gates were closed, but I found the key. And now I step inside. The silence is overwhelming. As I walk along the stone walls, I feel the weight of centuries pressing down. These walls once guarded the royal quarters of the Talpur Mirs, rulers who built this fortress in the early 19th century. Mirikot was their safe haven, a retreat within the vast outer defenses. But why did they choose this remote, barren land for their stronghold? Why build such colossal walls, stretching 30 kilometers, only to hide a palace within? Was it fear of invasion, or a desire to display unmatched power? Today, Mirikot stands empty, yet every stone whispers of history, resilience, and unanswered questions. Walking here is not just a journey through ruins, it's a dialogue with the past. I want to share the most asked info about this fort. Why is Rani Kot Fort called the Great Wall of Sindh? Because its ramparts stretch nearly 30 kilometers across the rugged Kirthar Mountains, making it the largest fort in the world. Like the Great Wall of China, it snakes over hills and valleys, earning its legendary title. Why is Rani Kot Fort important in history? It was the last stronghold of the Talpur Mirs of Sindh, representing their resistance against British expansion. The fort embodies Sindh's heritage, resilience, and the struggles of its rulers. Why is Rani Kot Fort considered mysterious? Historians debate its true purpose. Was it purely defensive, a royal retreat, or a symbol of grandeur? Its vast size and remote location add to the mystery, leaving many questions unanswered. Why does Rani Kot Fort attract visitors today? Travelers come for its breathtaking scale, dramatic landscapes, and echoes of history. It's a place where silence speaks louder than words, offering both adventure and reflection. Why is Mirikot inside Rani Kot Fort significant? Mirikot, about 4 kilometers inside, was the royal quarters of the Talpur rulers. It housed their residences and served as the heart of the fort's inner defenses. Why is the architecture of Rani Kot Fort unique? Its walls rise and fall with the natural contours of the mountains, blending human engineering with rugged terrain. The fort's design shows both strategic brilliance and aesthetic harmony. Why is Rani Kot Fort less populated in its landscape? The barren hills and harsh climate made it difficult for settlements to thrive nearby. This isolation added to its defensive strength, keeping invaders and outsiders at bay. Why is Rani Kot Fort linked to legends? Local tales speak of hidden treasures, secret passages, and dynasties that vanished within its walls. These stories, passed down through generations, give the fort a mythical aura. Why does Rani Kot Fort still stand today? Despite centuries of weather and neglect, Its stone ramparts endure. Built with resilience, it remains a timeless monument, reminding us of Sindh's history and the endurance of human ambition. The silence inside Rani Kot Fort is unlike any other. These barren walls, stretching across the rugged Kirthar Mountains, once echoed with the footsteps of rulers, soldiers, and courtiers. Today they stand empty, silent witnesses to the rise and fall of dynasties. The Talpur built this fortress in the early 19th century, believing its colossal walls would protect them from invasion, betrayal, and the passage of time. Yet history reminds us, no wall, no fortress, no empire can remain untouched by change. The rulers who once commanded from these walls are gone, their power dissolved, their voices faded into the desert wind. Why has this fortress changed with time? Because the world around it changed. The threats it was built to resist no longer exist. The battles it was meant to fight have already been fought. What was once a necessity for survival became a relic of memory. The fort no longer guards rulers, it guards history. It no longer shelters armies, it shelters silence. And yet, why should we visit places like Ranicot? Because within these stones lie lessons for us all. They remind us that power is temporary, but legacy endures. They teach us that pride without wisdom crumbles, and that strength without justice fades. Standing here, in the emptiness of this fortress, we feel the fragility of human ambition and the resilience of human creativity. In our society today, we often chase wealth, status, and control, forgetting that time humbles even the greatest rulers. Visiting Ranicot is not just about seeing walls of stone, it is about feeling the weight of history, reflecting on past mistakes, and learning how to build a better future. These ruins whisper, improve your life, improve your society, not through walls of separation, but through bridges of understanding. So as I walk through the silent corridors of Ranicot, I carry with me not just the story of a fortress, but the story of humanity itself, its ups and downs, its triumphs and failures, and its eternal search for meaning. This is why we must come here, to listen, to feel, and to learn. Thanks for watching Tarar Support. Subscribe to us for more videos. Share your thoughts with us in the comment section.